I know
neither does Katie, what's her fucking name?
He said, when a bill comes in...
She don't read newspapers,
He said,
but I can see Russia.
When the bill comes in, pay it.
Oh yeah.
Because it's going to stand there and look at you.
Go out there and kill
In other words,
not green.
you run it like a family. You got X amount of dollars coming in,
Right.
and X amount expenses. And he said, well, what's bad about that? They got rid of him.
That's because he didn't have enough money.
Oh.
Mitt Romney does. Didn't he own an automaker? Didn't we bail out the automakers? Let's import some more fucking Toyotas.
I don't know. I'm not voting for...
Save your breath and stay home and just watch the freaking TV. Your vote's not going to count. You just, I mean, unless you want a carload of people, I mean, get a busload and take them somewhere. Take them to Canada and buy them some pills that don't come from China.
Well, what might happen, and I don't want it to happen.
I live up on that here. I live right across the street from the church.
When the election's over, that a lot of people just go to Canada and get in their socialized medicine.
Hell yeah.
And they said, we might as well go to Canada because Canada's have socialized medicine since '66.
Exactly.
And they said, you got no, and it's all already set up.
If you go to Sweden, you get paternity leave free. But I'll tell you what, I had my route map to British Columbia, Hope. And my password was always Hope until Obama came along. Now it's Craig. So...
One of you got a name with Obama down there.
That's
why I left D.C.
I don't know.
That's why I got out of D.C.
Canada
rough down there.
Canada protects its people with men on horses, they're Mounties. And they might kill somebody, 2 people a year, maybe. And the rest of them are indigent up there in Eskimo, igloos, whatever. Think about it.
I don't know. That's just my feeling.
America sucks.
I mean...
America's broke. And no, China owes us too. So send one more lead-tainted toy over here, and I swear to God, I will send every freaking bill I own to you.
Well, I don't know.
Go to the doctor. Pick up that little remedy book. Pull the fat ad out and read the fine print. It's made in China. It's a capsule. It's got rice powder in it.
All right, you buy your NASCAR stuff at the races. Where's it made? China.
Always.
China or what was the other place? Not Formosa,
Vietnam.
Or Taiwan.
Guatemala.
Yeah.
Korea.
Very few.
Philippines.
Yeah.
Cuba.
And that's...
Send me a cigar. I will not have a baby. I'll shoot myself first. I can't have a baby, but whatever. You get my point? I watched a man in Baltimore from the parking deck get shot right in the head. And I thought, well, somebody ought to help that man. But he was already dead. So I went home, fed my kids, went to bed, and came to work early. Or I was going to lose my job. I had a mortgage to pay, 2 kids to support, and a freaking fucking husband that was somewhere. And when he did come home, he saw a salesman thinking that he was my boyfriend. He put him through the patio door. Damn, Fred! And now who's going to pay for this shit? Not me. You are. Old people. They need to learn to use the internet. They're way behind. They freaking hacked my goddamn head. And it turned out to be a stripper in West Virginia, so I played with her. I kind of had sex with myself and I let her hear about it. And then her boyfriend, her trick, said, "You bitch, don't call here no more. Click, 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 read all, read all, read all." I mean, I had a hell of a good time that night. And then I deleted all of it. Now track me. Sticks and stones will break my bones, but those cops will never arrest me again. They did once because I told my husband. I told the officer in Greencastle, "Why don't you just shoot me and put me out on the..." "Oh no, we're going to take you to the 3rd floor," while I watched Senator Punch's daughter walk around in hot pants. I don't think so. "Now we're going to take you to jail because you threatened to kill him." "Damn fucking right I'll kill him. Try to strangle me again and I will gut you. And you'll die like a pig. Right there in that bed. My bed. He fucked the bitch downstairs. We're triplets, so I locked him out. You're not coming through that deadbolt, honey. You might come through when her husband attached with a chain. Yeah, you busted right through it. 230 pounds, bald before hair. Yeah, right, fine. Next time you'll go out the window. Because I'll use a banana peel. Whatever. He's always drunk. Pathological liar, gambler, and woman abuser. Whatever. I've been to every freaking shelter from this state to Virginia. They feed them well, believe me. They give them a private room. What more could you want? You got them coming from D.C., you got them coming from every freaking place because they know they can live on this street and get fed better. And that kid from the reenactment told me flat out, my girlfriend works, I sleep with her, she drives me around and I get food stamps. I said, why don't you come help me move this box spring? And then he read my walls. My golden man times 144, yeah, he's on that wall. There's the Holy Bible. There's a poster about family. And yeah, there's my picture. But you'll never know me. And I'll never tell you my last name. And my mail gets sent to Richmond, Virginia to a P.O. box, and it comes general delivery to this freaking postmaster, Frank Wells, because I don't have a box that locks. And I will walk down there and get it. My daughter, she's CPU or whatever, cerebral palsy, and volunteers her time to sit with some woman that smokes 2 packs a day and won't open a window and thinks she's going to scrub that freaking fucking seat. And I'm like, what? Open your mouth and say, no. No, Joy. You're done. Find somebody else. I am not your caregiver. I am not your ass wiper. Get off your ass. Get out of the wheelie. Get into your state-paid van and leave. Because I'm not cleaning your house no more. I'm not emptying your litter box, and I am not buying you cigarettes. But she goes with her to Walmart once a month, and they spend all her money, and then she gets some more free shit delivered. Just like Holmes got his arsenal delivered by the post office. Because we got robots that look at barcodes and toss them, throw them across the room. And if you're lucky, it don't break. Yeah, I retired from the post office 15 years ago, and I do not wear my tag. And yeah, I delivered the bomb to Parliament. Sorry, you shouldn't open the box. That was at Dennis because he sided with the wife and gave her alimony. Whoops! I found out he was a faggot anyway. At least Buck Shipley had overtime and stayed in the office. Me, I got to run the express mail. Whoop de freaking do. Who cares? Whoops. Do not spend money on lawyers. Do not spend money on politicians. Do not spend money on lobbyists. Put your money in your mouth. It's going to come out the same place. You know, who cares what's on it? Eliminate all that spice. White food, milk, pour it out. You know, you don't need any of it. I have gone to school with Oprah. I have sat right next to Barbara Waters. I have looked at all these people and thought, you really got to wear all that makeup? Why do you spend all that money? Why are all these people making you look 20 years younger when you're 20 years older than me? I don't give a fuck what you do. But then they write a memoir. And I put it in the laundry room, Greencastle, and the freaking manager throws it in the fucking trash. And then I get a bill from the library. Honey, I'm a friend of the library. You're going to small claims court, son of a bitch. And he walked me across the parking lot saying, you know what Obama doesn't know is that I have money buried in the backyard. Paul, get your freaking fucking shovel. I'm digging it up. Paul Shedler, millionaire in Mont Alto, works over there when he feels like it because his wife's got shingles and she gets on his freaking nerves. He lives down there at the Velvet Cafe. Drives a Honda. I gave him a blank check when I left, so he put a judgment against my credit report because my husband lagged behind. Oh well, now you'll pay. If you live that long. One day he's 17, the next day he's 79. He just had a first one. His boy is in Hershey and he's a psychologist. Whoop-de-doo! What's he bill at? $500 an hour? Who gives a crap? Depression is a state of mind. You don't need Wellbutrin. I took it for 10 years and had a seizure. Oh, let's see if you got Parkinson's. Give me one more fucking thing. Why? I don't know where that came from. I can't afford it anymore. Okay, Rankum, I got 12. Which one don't I take? Well, you gotta have that one. You gotta stop smoking. Really? Is this gonna kill me? No. If I walk from here to there and I hold my breath and forget to breathe, this reminds me. Stop. You need a hip replacement, dumbass. You're gonna fall on your ass. Take a drag of the cigarette. I rolled it. I know what's in it. And still, they just stand around and bitch and complain. Nobody gives a flying crap about nothing. but how much they can get in their own pockets. And honey, I never go home without something sharp on me. That's usually a little screwdriver. But I got all high tech and decided to buy this. Put that in the trunk space. They fall back every freaking time. Especially if it's in the pink little holder. My son bought me one of them at Gander Mountain because he wanted the hat. He got the hat. They took my mace right after they arrested me. Like, these people are freaking fucking. Why do you spend the money to do this? Just don't go up there and make your screensaver, which I did. You know, they had me in the holding cell, so I did this. Fuck you. And then I heard Andy, Andrew, and Grove, and my son's named Andy, and he works at Grove. And I thought, well, he came to bail my... No, he didn't. That's a guard, and this is a nurse, and blah, 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 whatever. Oh, fuck you again. Needless to say, they let me out as soon as I dropped the PFA. They let me out. And I kept my $250. And I got a ride right back to the hospital. My husband was in the gift shop. And I looked at him like, oh, the hell did you get my car? My daughter. Oh, Ma, you know you love him. And I'm like, Laura, if you don't freaking delete that shit, I am going to wrap you upside the head. You know, and she's got this idea, well, I need a man to take care of me. I'm like, did not I buy 2 houses to raise your ass? And on 12, when she turned 12, she invited the whole freaking neighborhood and had a party before I even got home. With nothing. I'm like, Laura, you have to have a cake. No, Ma, we made whatever in an easy bake oven. Knock yourself out, kid. She got her gifts, that's all she wanted. And then I teach them to recycle. You see this coupon? That is money. Money, honey. Do not throw the coupon away. Try it. You might like it. You can divide it 3 ways and season, I guess, 4 meals. I got a steak pulling now, but I don't give a fuck about it. I'm in that apartment with running water, period. No fan in the bathroom, so it's a sauna. The floors are so freaking crooked, and the radiators still stink like piss, even though I've poured bleach right over top of drywall-coated radiators, you know. And by the time I get to the window, I'm ready to puke, which I did this morning, but whatever. I think it'll just help the floor. You know, it will. I got 30 milligram of codeine, and when that kid from, you know, sat down and saw that, he was like, well, you must be in pain. I'm like, not really. You know, what else you want to move for? Massage your ass out the door, which he did. Then he saw the gargoyle with the sword. Man, he ran out the door. I'm like, don't worry, I'm not going to kill you. Just don't bring your little ankle biters back, okay? Because my taxes have supported you all this time, and I'm not paying for not one more. Of course, my daughter won't come visit. She's like, Mom, you scared the kids. I said, Laura, I was joking. I couldn't get my future son-in-law at Lowe's 6 times in one day, bought the wrong part every freaking time. And I finally said, Tim, why don't you just sit down and take a break and stop buying them red bottles for $3.95 when you can have a cup of coffee, honey? It's only a quarter. I'll give it to you free. And I said, you're going to have the heart attack before Nate does, and he's 9. Where's the Holter monitor? You know, and so I flung him the finger, and he told me to get out of his house. See ya. We made brooms. That's what I said. I asked him, pick up a broom. I got 10 brooms. I'm not buying another broom. So we went outside, and we pulled them long leaves, and we made 3 brooms. And then his mom, who works at the Underground, and she's a breast cancer survivor, brought his sister, and they painted, decorated carpet, sheets, curtains, fucking butterflies, and Dallas Cowboys on the wall, and he even got a little decal. And he says to her, why didn't you scrape the wall? I'm trying to do a professional job. I couldn't stand it. You know, I said, Tim, Mr. Professional, when are you going to make this stove work? Oh my God, I think he was about ready to fucking kill me. I said, don't worry about it, I'll leave. Just Laura ran the food line, got microwave, whatever. You know, processed meatloaf again. They were going to eat my ice cream. I said, you don't like that? It's first. Yeah, we do, Nana. We like it. So I got the bitch over at Greencastle ordering me a couple t-shirts to say that the crazy lady lives here. I said, just make sure the arrow points to my gut where all my nerve endings are, and I want them to glow. That bitch has, I swear, she's been here and there and everywhere and still don't know that you don't sext Keith Russell with the dog and expect him to be your white knight until my husband climbs on the horse. And then They arrest George for the 5th time and stick him back in jail for violation of probation. The 4th time he molested his own daughter. But that's right after the Greencastle volunteer fireman gave him a 25-year plaque. You're not filming me, are you? Anyway, you know, I swear to God. And what is she doing? Taking him white underwear with his name. And still running over there to give my husband Jack Daniels, Marlboro in a box, and whatever else he asked for. And my TikTok clock. Wrong, bitch. I got the serial number and it's reported stolen. Don't pawn it, honey, because I'll track it right back to you. And don't give me this 50-50 bullshit. Commonwealth, he owns half. Bullshit. I bought that thing from Spiegel, delivered to my home, 35 years ago? It ain't half yours. Perfect. You do not carry it down the steps. And when we left, I cleaned it. You know how you clean top down. Strongest baking powder in the batter soda in the kitchen and the dining room. I just stood there and made a circle from the top down. It's cleaner than it's ever been, and my husband took credit for that too. I said, whatever. Just get the security deposit. So he did. He went and gambled it. Up at Woody's. Do not walk in that place. He's got so many freaking TVs and a direct feed with the Ayatollah Khomeini on his screensaver to his apartment on the square. Those bitches ride the rails drunk for the drunk drivers. And they don't care. I said, Shirley, you're on YouTube. Duh.
Only in America.
Only right here, honey.
Waynesboro.
Franklin County.
Yeah.
From here to Greencastle. Now, I used to put down that I was a gypsy, and I lived in Greencastle, land of greedy, no money people. And now they got a whole lot more than Waynesboro, because I seated that church down at the Y. It's now at CVS. And Jeff Miller's the best pastor you ever want to talk to. And I mean, he's with it, and he will tell you the way it is. He works at Target, you know, and he doesn't hold back. You know, his wife's got a voice that will make you cry. And 2 little kids that are beautiful, you know, and he does an excellent job. Excellent. But they feed them breakfast, and you can't get those kids to get off the skateboard and come in and have a donut. But I'll go to the lady with the egg farm, my old realtor, and get a half dozen. I'll drive through the schools when they're closing, you know, closing time, and I'll ask, hey, where's the pound? Anybody know where? I know where it is. You know, I got candy, I got eggs, I got bread. What do you want? They take the eggs. Well, you got to meet me down there at the Y at 10 o'clock Sunday. Some of them come. Then they bring a group from Nigeria. Watutu, that's Swahili for Jesus. They outperform the Jackson 5. And then they tell their story, which literally breaks your freaking heart. And of course, my grandson wants all he wants is that and the other beautiful crafts, handmade, leather, pocketbooks, leaves, you name it. It's all out of paper, wood, you know, and hide. And he's like, Nana, I got it, and they're not on the internet. I took the diamond studs out of my ears, and I said to the girl, here, you're going to King's Dominion, cash these things in, save one life. If I could take one of them home, I would, but I can't, so save a life. And she, you know, she stood there. See you next time. I don't need those earrings. I don't need none of it. This is all fake. All of it. All of it. I don't care. Yeah, he sold all my jewelry. When I needed gas, I went to the motel, I sold the gold, I got $35, and the diamond he lost.
And I'm gonna blame it on
To me, it's a weapon. Backhand on that. Next thing you know, they're like, what hit me? And I'm like, your ring, dumbass. You bought it at Walmart, didn't you? I think it's flawed. But it got you out of my way. And that day that they called the cops, man, I was doing laundry, so I had pocketfuls of quarters. I went right out the back door, walked right down the road to the first light I saw one, knocked on the door, almost gave this woman a heart attack, and then they gave me a ride out to the trailer in Murfreesburg in a cornfield, bought me coffee, cigarettes, and said, have a nice life. And I said, see you tomorrow. And there was an APB out for me. Oh, God, they knew exactly where I was. You know, but I just sat out there having fun. I hooked up the console TV to the cable and sat on the porch and watched TV. Talk about diversion. There's only so many cops and so many hours and so many parts of the day where they can't be everywhere at the same time. You know, so from day to day they had no idea what I was wearing, or what I looked like, or what I weighed, or what dog I was trading. You know, I didn't trade none of them. Go to the pound, ask for the runt. It's always the best dog. Always the best dog. Had a Russell Terrier mix. She was 6 years old. She pooped in the car. He took her back. But she would take me. She would drag me to the mailbox. she'd run out in the field, and you know, a storm's coming, I'd go out there. Mackenzie! She's there. And then I got her a little terrier stuffed animal, because that was her problem. She couldn't get along with other animals, so I set it next to her. And she let all them pets come in. You know, that's all it takes. You know, had a Sheltie. She used to sit there and do this too. Percy, go away. She did. But, you know, I gave her to my ex, and they lost a daughter to leukemia, and Rosie laid in the bed, and the child was out on the porch. You know, life. It's pathetic. People don't realize this is all you get. You don't have to pay taxes. There's a bigot in West Virginia who hasn't paid taxes for 30 years. Matter of fact, he bought food stamps from Mexicans at half their price. You know? He had a Viper delivered for Christmas. No bucket truck, Viper. And then he put his son, 18, on an airplane with his friends and the cougar and went to Walt Disney World while they were eating hash browns. He baked. That would be Roger Mattei, Tri-State Tree Service, Harper's Ferry, West Virginia. Where the Border Patrol just hit the street running. That would be inexperienced, young people, trigger happy. Don't wear black hoodies. Don't go there. If you want to gamble, stay home, play bingo. I don't know, throw food at each other. We did. You know, had a hell of a time. But I'll tell you what, since they opened that poker room, it is high stakes out the beyond. Go over there and donate blood, they'll give you a $35 coupon for the Epic Buffet. Well worth it. Well worth it. But get there at 5 in the morning and you get an 11-pound cake for under $6. And it's the best you'll ever eat. You know, it's a ripoff. It's all rigged. Even the games of luck, they're all rigged. Go play Dragon Poker. Get 3 aces. Put down $25, walk out with $2.50. And they got little pens and pencils. I'm like, tip the dealer, tip the waitress, and I forgot my shoes. I told them they were from Princess Diana and they were worth $100. Nothing. I left my black t-shirt extra large that says, your stupid fucking casino. Still haven't got that. I don't want it. I'm not advertising for you. I'm not coming back here. Stick it. That damn fucking armored truck comes here 4 times a day. It walks out with a couple million every single time. The guy at Martin's told me that. He said, stay away. So I transferred my prescription to Weiss Market and I got like 25. I printed my rewards and I got $80 worth of gas for 40. You know, Sheets gas. Whatever. You know, play the game. Use the coupons. Call the 800 number. I called Toshiba and I said, you sons of bitches. Circuit City was in business. I have bought 6 of your products and this one don't work. I will knock down that. I found the concrete steps. I threw it on the ground. No fooling around with these stupid little things, tools and patience. You know, I just pulled the motherboard, peeled off the barcode, stuck them on an envelope and sent it to them. I want my free laptop. Now, yesterday, FedEx, Express Mail, do not send it postal delivery. I have no box. They don't knock on my door. Please, you know. Fuck that, I'll use the phone. Go to the library. They can't track it. They don't ask my last name. They don't care. They just know I'm in there running a freaking mouth on Facebook. Because it rules the world. I mean, they only sued for billions of dollars. And the kid that, you know, created it, he's the rich one. And bless, what's his name? The foundation guy. You know, he had to send them laptops over to Nigeria. Thank you. Makeshift call center. They don't get, their kids don't get them laptops. Bill Gates. You know, Melissa and Bill Gates. Yeah, why don't you give our kids some laptops? At least they might play
I'll
games.
see you later. I'm going home before I get
If I don't see you first,
And they take all this crap. You know what I did with my name? My golden man times 144. Do it, Michael. I know you can do it, and he did, and I knew he would. And then I wrote to him and I sent them express mail, $38, got there August 2nd after he left. I will buy your swim caps and send them all across the country to all those swimming pools you visit once in a while, and all those kids get a souvenir, because you don't like them. That's all, you know, press. He feeds on that. You know, I delivered his mom's mail for years. You know, and she stuck him in a pool, focus, you got ADD, focus, win. And then they egg each other on and they win more. So he's going to Rio de Janeiro in 2016 or wherever. And watch. Knock yourself out one way. And that's the only reason I used to go to the casino was to run into him, and I never met him. So. I did not put my credit card in there and pay $4.50 for $20. I did give them $6 to go fetch that big ass truck. But I could walk from that casino home, no problem. Pink hoodie, somebody, old friend in the Ford, always picked me up. I said, don't come back here if you see a black truck here. I said, don't worry about it. Yeah, there's never any problems, never. And then I got an aunt in Baltimore who's had triple bypass. She got a nurse saying, you know, I've never had an argument with my neighbors for 45 years. And I'm like, well, there's a condom outside between the porches. You want to argue about that? No. A what? She's like, a what? I'm like, don't say fuck around my house. So I go to church with you. There's a kid flirting me with a Grim Reaper t-shirt. I said, Monday, turn it inside out. And then my aunt gets pissed off and you know, you just can't please everybody all the time. Rest in peace. And I wrote her a big fat check. She can't cash it till I'm dead, so I guess I'll be the one cashing it. They freaking day. I closed Susquehanna. I had direct deposit with them before they were whatever, and then they sent my debit card to 2 wrong addresses. One of them was a rural box. Wrong. You know, don't do this to me no more. They kept my disability check for 3 straight months. And finally, I got a statement this month saying, oh, you're overdrawn by $240, and a check for $40 finally came back. So I guess they paid the $40. I don't care. And I owe you nothing. Nothing. But I got on the call center line and talked to the business rep, and I said, tell your CCO, president, whatever you're calling him today, that when I get a Lexus, I'll be to Lidditz, and I'll drive him back to Waynesboro, PA, to show him what he hasn't done for this town. Because F&M and all these other banks will contribute back. They don't. And 2 days later, I saw an old man pull up, get out, get back in. And then 3 days after that, they're out there spraying the weeds. And red one? Well, I guess my big mouth helped. What? You know, so I walked past Main Street, picked the pansies or whatever they are, and I transplanted them. Big freaking deal. See, they're too busy to get off their fat ass, get out of the computer, take a break, and go pick the flowers. And that would be Flegel. He wants me to go to the jazz concert and sit next to him. I'm like, you gotta have me. Take your secretary, honey. That's what she's here for. Since you don't have a wife, how many do you have? He wants to be your next state representative. I went in there and told Todd Rock, bail model, you ought to get on GQ, and while you're at it, take this little brochure from Virginia and get this bill passed. What bill is that? I don't know. Something about your ID. Oh, I think we got something about that. Check with your secretary, honey. He's only got 4 of them. And he parks in the back. And they told me about a taxi service. Just feed the meter. You can put it any freaking where you want. Feed the meter. No problem. I'll have a bunch of fake coins made up. The ones that don't work in the laundromat go in the meter. And they would be from Mexico. Pesos are totally worthless. You know, unless you want to make jewelry. And that's what these people are doing. They're smart. They amaze me. Literally amaze me. I saw a kid pull up in a bicycle with a trailer attached. He had a welcome mat from Dollar General. And he carried home an air conditioner, this, that, and a freaking other. And I said, can I market that thing? And he said, let me show you how it works. And I'm amazed. What's your name? I'll put it on eBay for you. It'll take me, what, an hour? I said, you'll be rolling in dough. I said, this is a rickshaw. Only you're pedaling. And it's free. Look at your muscles. He's got a couple kids to feed. And he's out there mowing grass. On human power. Over at Berkeley Springs, you can buy a freaking car that runs on sunshine. 17 grand, but you gotta have a station where you can, you know, fire it up. But it's still got gas backup. Yeah. As soon as I get 17 grand, I'm gonna have one. But not till then, because I'm not going process state line. They'll arrest me. People forget, you know, that you're better off being a wallflower, not a celebrity. Then you gotta say, oh yeah, I did pay them taxes. Now I'm moving from California to freaking wherever. You know, forget that. And then you get called to court and determine whether it's a dead cow or a live cow. And I don't eat meat, so whatever. Poor old guy. I wish he was still on, because I had magazines in the covers, plastic. The one with Ellen, where she petitioned her for months to get on that cover, and they finally printed it, And my husband threw it right in the garbage. I am tired of lugging this shit around. And I'm tired of paying for it. But, I mean, nobody wants that. But I do have a time capsule, and in that time capsule is every Obama piece of shit that I can find for my grandkids. Some Elvis bear I paid $3 at Walmart, you know, lovely tender, whatever. Little pieces of gold, whatever, throw it in there. They'll like it. One day they'll go through and think, oh man, I knew what she was talking about. And Kool-Aid, man, you can dye your hair with Kool-Aid. And I had this barber, this is the second time I've had a haircut, and I had this barber said, you don't want that? I said, honey, that's my test strip. Leave it. I don't buy hair dye. I use pickled beets, whatever. You know, shriveled up blueberries. I don't care. It's fun. They just don't get the picture. They think that you're supposed to go out there and buy, like my daughter, she got all bent out of shape when she moved from Shancast down there next to the mountain gate. I can't find the right gel for the bathroom. And I'm like, what? I didn't pack that drawer. Somebody else did. That would be your future fiance's brother, the strongman. Yeah, he's going to Germany. He thinks he's going to sit in Germany. I'm like, no, Tyler. I think they're going to deploy you elsewhere, but he'll find out. And she's freaking out. I said, it's a freaking goddamn outhouse anyway. You got 6 cats living in there. Put anything in there. How about Lysol? You know, no, it's got to be. And I'm like, Laura, sit down. Oh, life's a bitch. Then you die. I've heard that one. And no, you don't have to pay taxes. As long as they can't find you. How many returns can they check? I'm sure the IRS has got a data bank that would knock your socks off. So, give them one more freaking receipt. It's thermal. You can't read it anyway. You know, lay it in the sun, spill coffee on it. Oh, yeah, I did get $500 to the Goodwill, only they price gouged it and marked it up 3 times. They told me in West Virginia, well, we'll have Chris give you a call. And I'm like, Chris in Hagerstown? You mean the director I told to get fucked? I got 3 nonprofits. I think I know you all. And yeah, I do donate it and I ship it, so whatever. I don't want your freaking outfit anymore. It went from $4 to $15 in 4 days. Corporate. I thought they're supposed to put you people to work. Yeah, so you can stand back here and bitch and complain. And that's what they do. They sort by color, not size. They leave a little price to scribble in there so they can negotiate. And some black woman got all pissed off because she thought it was 69 cents when it was $6.90. So she took the frying pan and threw it across the room. And I'm like, time to leave. Time to leave. And then some old Chinese woman come up and hugged me. And I'm like, oh, wow, that's exactly what I did. She said, I was listening to you and my husband does the same thing. I said, honey, when you meet a man with a brain, marry him. Don't bow, but marry him. Tell your husband to go to the casino. What else? Take his credit card. His, not yours, his. She's right, you're right. And tell him to eat rice. Instead of grinding it up and putting it in your coffee. Whatever. You know, tea. That Jade place down there, she's excellent. I swear to God, I've never eaten better food in my entire life. She will go back there and roll and spring rolls and you know, I said, well, do you have brown? She said, well, not today, but if you come back, forget it. You know, and she works hard. She's up early. She goes to bed late. And I don't know who she's with, but, you know, people walk in there and they drop some money and she knows some people in high places. And I don't know why a laundry can't survive in this town. I mean, think of Hop Sing, you know, on Bonanza. He ran the whole town, but not here. But you got Chuck Morningstar back there with his freaking fucking pattern. I'm about ready to go over there and slap him. But I won't, because that's my daughter's landlord. I did tell him they didn't have a key, and he tore up the paper for linoleum, called me a bitch, and I said, got your business card, honey. You're on camera. They did camera. It's a freaking joke. This whole freaking town is a joke. You know, it's like New York all over again, only they're like they're watching TV. Go watch TV. Record yourself watching TV. It's not going to get you anywhere. Nobody's ever going to watch it. Unless you go absolutely freaking nuts like me. And then I'm going to say, that's not me. I don't know that person. I was never there. Unless you want to GPS my ass. Or follow my receipts. Don't ever let them tattoo you. You got a barcode right there.
I know, yeah.
That's why them status phones are free. They know where you are.
Have a good night.
Take care.
Watch your back.
Yeah.